Cheers. Man, so
My whole schedule's disrupted now because I drank too much on
視聴者の
Sunday.
皆さん、本当にここまでもう飲んじゃってて。So Austin is complaining about stupid stuff.
I am not complaining about stupid stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, this is actually might be a little bit loud, so I'm just gonna turn down the
Oh, okay.
volume a little bit. Super loud.
Well,
Okay, so
I mean,
Austin.
you get more loud when you start drinking.
That's
so.
true. So what are we talking about today, Austin?
Okay, so we're gonna try and stay on topic this time because we tried actually filming this episode twice now.
Okay.
This is the third time.
This is the third time.
This is the third time we tried to do this episode, and both times we've gone completely sidetracked and talked about something else. So we're gonna stay on topic.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about drug and alcohol.
Yeah.
And tobacco use here in Japan versus in America.
Yeah. First, let's go like section by section. So first, let's talk about the simplest thing to talk about would be tobacco use.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
So I think this is a really interesting thing because when you look at I want to compare it to drugs really quick. So Japan's really strict on drugs, right? There's very, very strict laws, even on whatever drug you want to list, right? However, up until recently, tobacco use has pretty much been unrestricted, right? I remember coming here 10 or 15 years ago, and you could smoke anywhere.
Yeah,
you could
right.
smoke on train platforms. There was no smoking room. It's like there were even teachers smoking at my school.
Okay.
They would go outside to smoke, but they'd still smoke on campus. Versus in America, at least in on the West Coast, tobacco use is severely prohibited.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to smoke in public areas. You're not allowed to smoke at all on a school campus. You have to go all the way off campus to smoke if you're a teacher.
Yeah.
If you're a student, you just go behind the school. But there's you'll see anti-smoking ads everywhere.
Yeah.
And growing up, you would see. Do you remember Dare?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like remember all the commercials they would show for Dare being like, they would show like, I think it was like a pork shoulder.
Okay.
At least that's what it looked like. They would show like a pork shoulder and be like, this is what your lungs will look like after you smoke cigarettes.
Okay.
You know, and I remember seeing that and growing up and thinking cigarettes were just the worst thing ever.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Me too.
And recently in Japan, I think that started to kick in because like you're not allowed to smoke in most public areas in Tokyo now. There's like designated smoking sections, and I actually feel kind of bad for the teachers at my school because there's a number of teachers who smoke. And obviously you're not allowed to smoke at school. So it's like, if they want to take a smoke break, they got to like run all the way over to like 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And there's like a designated smoking area inside 7-Eleven. It's really crazy how, like different the tobacco use cultures are here.
Well, let's talk about that for a bit. So I forget, what year were you born?
So I was born in 1990.
1990, right?
Yeah.
So I was born in 91, right? So, but you grew up in the United States.
Yeah.
And up until 99, I was in Germany.
Okay.
Right. So I think the tobacco culture there would be very different too.
Sure.
So like the first thing that I remember is that when I moved to the United States in 1999, cigarettes just smelled terrible.
Oh, they had a different smell.
Yeah,
Really?
I feel like cigarettes in Europe smelled better.
Interesting.
There was a different smell.
That's so interesting. And
people did that everywhere, you know, too. And when I first came to Japan, there were plenty of places that still had lots of like places where you could smoke outside or you could smoke in the restaurant. And it was much more free. But when I came to the United States, it was almost like you were a bad person if you smoked.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like there were times that people could get I'm going to use the word attacked, but I don't actually mean attacked, but
like
people
verbally.
come up verbally, they'll verbally attack and be like, how dare you smoke right here?
Yeah.
You know, the laws. So smoking is completely prohibited in public spaces in Seattle now.
Okay.
But at the time, probably about 10 or 15 years ago, you were not allowed to smoke within 50 feet of an entrance.
Yeah, right. Oh, it was 50 feet, not 25 feet?
I think maybe it might be 25.
Yeah, okay. But it was like a distance.
Like some distance in front of an entrance, and people were very strict on that.
Yeah.
If you were smoking like near an entrance, like usually someone would come out and yell at you for it. Because, to be fair, cigarettes is a very noticeable smell. Mm-hmm. Like once you smell someone smoking, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
So it really surprised me, like coming over here in Japan as a high school student. And, especially I noticed it most on the train stations. Mm-hmm. We would come here and especially when I would be down in Osaka, like Osaka's always got that little hint of old-fashioned Japan that I don't think will ever go away. And you'll get on some of the train stations and it'll just, there'll be like a haze on the platform.
Dude, so I got to tell you, right? So I remember when I was 11 or 12 years old, I went to Greece.
Yeah.
Right. And so a big part of European culture is you have these cafes, you have these restaurants where you eat outside. Like there are tables and seats where you can eat outside in front of the restaurant, right?
Okay.
And that's not so common in Japan. It's not so common in the United States.
Sure.
But when I would walk by those places in Greece, there would be like a cloud of smoke.
Yeah.
That I would have to wade through because it was so thick.
Oh, very much
everyone
so.
was smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's funny how like I remember when I was younger and in the United States we had very progressive anti-smoking programs.
Yeah.
So I thought that like you had to be the devil in order to smoke. And so I remember
completely
when I found out that my dad smoked cigars every once in a while for a celebration, I said, I was 5 years old, and I was like, Dad, you can't do that.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
I think, and forgive me if I'm wrong about this, Carrie. My sister, Carrie, I think, if I'm remembering right, I believe she smokes and or at least smoked in the past.
Yeah.
And I remember overhearing this at some point. And like I said, maybe I'm wrong on this. I don't think I've ever brought this up to my sister. But I remember learning that and being like, oh, I'm so disappointed.
Oh my gosh, you smoke?
They smoke.
Yeah, like you have lowered as a person in my perspective. Because in school they taught you that like bad people smoke.
Yeah. So I just remember that. And like probably even through my teens, the idea of smoking was just like this horrible thing until I joined the military.
Until you joined, okay.
So when I joined the Marines, everybody smokes.
Okay.
Like literally everybody.
Okay.
And I learned why.
Okay.
So I learned why people smoke, and it's kind of like a relaxant.
Okay.
Right? And it's like drinking coffee without like the caffeine rush.
Okay.
And I mean in the military you're kind of forced to, because you're forced in situations like I had to stay up in this thing called duty.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So duty is a 24-hour shift.
24 hours?
24 hours. You're not
like from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. or something?
Well, that's 12. Well, yeah, no, that is 24 hours. But the shift would start at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Right?
From 8 a.m. to 8 a.m.
8 a.m. to 8 a.m. And you're not allowed to sleep. You're usually just standing in one place.
Man.
And you have to be coherent the entire time.
Okay.
Because somebody can come in, or there can be some issue or some event that you have to be like alert and ready to handle.
Right.
Right? And it is boring. Yeah. It is really, really,
keeping yourself
really
alert
boring.
for 24 hours is like the hardest thing to do, man.
Oh my God, it's the worst experience ever. So many Marines pick up smoking to stay awake, basically. Especially because, like, coffee, you'll eventually hit like a caffeine crash.
Yeah, right.
But it's like you just smoke a cigarette like every 20 minutes or an hour or whatever, and you can kind of like remain coherent.
Yeah. And
so I picked up smoking for a bit, and luckily I never got addicted. I dropped the habit like pretty much immediately after I got out of the military.
That's good.
But yeah, man, like smoking is such a different experience, because I remember buying cigarettes. And hey guys, if you've watched this far, you're gonna love our Austin and Arthur friends.
In the Austin and Arthur Friends, you're going to really improve your English listening, and I mean a lot. As a friend of ours, you will get each episode ahead of time with no ads, so you can watch before anyone else. But not just that, you can ask us questions or leave comments, and we will make a special video each week answering questions and responding to comments. These videos will not be released publicly. They are for friends, members only. It's a great way for you to ask our opinions directly and for us to respond directly. You'll also get listening practice questions and answers that you can check. Answers are for friends, members only. Oh, and anaume mondai mo desu ne. So you can check your listening. But not just that, for each episode, you'll get a list of native phrases we said from the video, along with practice sentences and pronunciation practice to help your speaking as well. You'll also get access to a members-only community where you can talk with us, the both of us. Mainly me, right?
No, definitely not.
This is a great way to support our show, but also get closer to us and improve your English as well. For more information, click on the link in the description box, the gayorang, or go to our website, austinandarthur.com.
Looking at the price and realizing like just how outrageously expensive it was.
So like in the States, how much is a pack of cigarettes now?
These days, I mean, it's been forever since I looked at cigarettes, but I think it's somewhere around like $15
really
for a pack of cigarettes, which would be like 2,000 yen.
You know, it's funny because like back like 8-9 years ago, I looked and they were about like $10 United States dollars a pack, right? So yeah, it's funny how it's like the taxes on cigarettes are getting higher every year.
They are heavily taxed.
Yeah. It's just
it's crazy. Man. It's crazy, especially because you look at cigarettes are super cheap here.
Yeah, right. They're like when I looked here, I was thought, is this right? You know, because they're like 300, 400 yen a pack or something.
Yeah, they're just like next to nothing. So it's really interesting. Just how tobacco use is really different here.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember I had some friends in the United States who, when they would go by someone who was smoking, they would emphatically, on purpose, go.
Oh my God, you were friends with those people?
I wasn't like, okay. I didn't realize how much of a jerk they were, right? But like, I would just be like, why would you do that, right? But it's like, it's almost like a moral thing. It's funny because like, like you can have a severely obese person eating super unhealthy food and doing things that'll kill them, right? And no one really cares about that so much. Like, why are you eating that McDonald's cheeseburger? Like, what?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, but in the States, it's like if someone's smoking a cigarette, people feel like it's okay to go, you're killing people.
You're Satan, basically. You are the worst person that ever existed on this planet.
But here, it's like cigarettes are not that big of a deal.
No. Okay, so to be fair, I think that anti-smoking laws should exist.
Yeah.
I do not have a problem with them at all. Secondhand smoke is a severe problem, especially for children.
Yeah.
It's scientifically proven, so no issues there.
Yeah.
But I've never been of the mindset that you need to like attack somebody. And it's like I think this is a very American belief that a person should be able to kind of just do whatever they want as long as they're not hurting somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If a person wants to smoke, it's
well, you say that's American, but like, so to be honest though, like, so most of like the American people that I know now, they will take on their moral code or their moral system and push it on other people. Like even when my sister was visiting me for the past like 2 weeks or something, she made so many comments about how I was doing this wrong and I should have done this instead, and like I should have been a better father.
Family doesn't watch this show.
Like they don't watch this show. It doesn't matter. But like it's funny because it's like on the other hand you have like this outrage culture that really focuses, and it goes back to the people. Right? It's like I think smoking is bad, but you're smoking, so I'm going to tell you that smoking is really bad. Right. But let's move into alcohol a bit because I really want to talk about this, like alcohol culture in Japan versus the United States.
So it's really funny again because once again, Japan and America are the complete opposite in opinion on this matter.
Yeah.
Right? So you have America, when we're talking about tobacco use, America's like, you are literally the devil if you smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol use, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a few drinks and you can still drive home. No big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
You were like, so it's really funny because Japan's alcohol laws are all over the place.
Yeah.
So they're both like really lax with things and hyper strict on things at the same time. So a perfect example is I could take this bottle right now as it is, go onto the train and drink it on the train.
We've drunk this so fast. There's like such little left.
But you know what I mean? Like I could literally drink this on the train.
Yeah.
And people would look at me and be like, "Oh my god." You know what I mean?
It's like it's not socially accepted, but it's not illegal.
It's not illegal. If I were to do the same thing in America,
okay, you can put this down now. Okay.
okay, fair enough. If I were to do the same thing in America, there's a pretty good chance I get arrested.
Well, yeah, because straight up, drinking outside in public is illegal. Drinking alcohol is illegal.
If it's noticeable that it's alcohol. So there's the brown paper bag rule.
So if you put a brown paper bag around the
that
bottle,
magically makes it not alcohol.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like so it's funny because like America is super confusing on this because it goes back to like the Prohibition days in the 20s when alcohol consumption was made illegal, right? So I remember. So if you look at this up, you'll see. But they had like these packets of dried wine or something, and
dried wine,
or something like that. And they said basically, you shouldn't do this, but if you were to make this into alcohol, you should do it this way. And they had those instructions like they said, we don't recommend you do this, but if you wanted to do this, you could do it this way.
So, funny anecdote.
Okay,
we're going to go on a little tangent here. Do you know why you will get violently ill if you drink mouthwash?
I've never drunk mouthwash, so I don't know, but okay.
Okay. Well, don't do it because you will get violently ill.
Okay.
The reason why, and it's not just mouthwash, but it's also rubbing alcohol. Because during the Prohibition times, so for those who aren't American, Prohibition is during the late 1920s.
Yeah.
Alcohol was completely banned in America.
Consumption, you couldn't.
Yeah, alcohol consumption was completely banned in America. They, for whatever reason, I think it probably because people partied a little bit too hard in the 20s. They decided to completely ban alcohol. So there was all these ways to get around the law, right? And so this is referred to as the Prohibition era.
Yeah.
And during the Prohibition era, people couldn't get alcohol, so they looked at mouthwash, which often contained alcohol, and they looked at rubbing alcohol and saw alcohol there, and they're just like, wow, I will drink this. And many people died because they're drinking pure ethanol.
Yeah, right.
So they eventually to get people to stop drinking mouthwash and rubbing alcohol, they eventually implemented stuff that would make you throw up if you drank it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So that's the reason why you can get like really sick if.
Did you know that chamisuru, like the soju, that's really popular now, is actually made from the same stuff?
Oh, really?
Yeah, is that you know? But yeah, it's funny because like America has this really confusing culture around alcohol where you don't want to talk about it, and it's not polite to talk about it, but everyone does it. But if you talk about it directly, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, and it's really kind of funny because like drinking culture in America is very similar to Japan, where it's all over the place, but it feels like it's the exact opposite. Like,
because here's the thing, right? So like in Japanese culture, like in Japanese language, if you want to say let's go drink, you say osake nomu, right? Yeah. Like let's drink alcohol. Yeah. Like you'll say directly, let's drink alcohol. But in the States, you would never say that. You just say, let's go drink.
Let's drink.
Let's get some drinks, right? Drink could mean anything from the dictionary definition, but it always means alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like, Arthur, let's go drink. And then
I know what you're talking about.
We're just going to go drink tea.
No, we're not.
Do you want to drink tea with me?
Sure. I mean, if by tea you mean vodka, yeah, sure. Yeah, but it's funny. I was like, there's almost like this like this hidden meaning in the States about how like you shouldn't be talking about how you're drinking alcohol, but you're drinking alcohol.
Yeah. Or another thing is, I will say here in Japan, once you become an adult, so like once you hit the age of 20, pretty much every single social activity you will do is related to alcohol.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I'm exaggerating this, but
yeah. I was surprised when I come here too.
Perfect example. You had people over at your house today. What did you do?
Most of it was, so we came for a pizza party.
Yeah.
But most of it was drinking alcohol.
Most of it was drinking alcohol. You meet your friends. What do you do with your friends? You go to an izakaya.
Or you go to hanami.
Yeah.
And all you just drink
You just
alcohol.
get hammered all day.
Yeah.
You know, like everything is a drinking. You okay there? You can't pretend that I didn't see that. You just spilled all over the table.
You didn't see anything, man. Get out of here.
But yeah, pretty much everything's a drinking activity here. And so, but like compared to America, people still do drinking activities, but it's not like as it's a little bit more subtle, I guess is how I put it. Like when you want to hang out with people in the summer, it's like, oh, let's have a barbecue.
Yeah.
And it's kind of implied that people will be drinking at that event, but it's like you're kind of doing other things. You're like eating, and I think when I think of social interaction with friends, I think it's more like food focused in America, whereas Japan is more alcohol focused. And sorry, I'm like,
it's okay, don't worry about it. I'm noticing.
I had some family chicken on the way here.
I'm pretending to not notice.
I had
That's
some
all.
family chicken.
Keep on going, man.
We're both a little bit drunk on this episode.
Just keep on going, man. It's okay. We're like, we have like this much.
But yeah, so but it's also kind of funny because when it comes to laws about what you can do when you're drunk, Japan is really strict on that.
Well, in some ways, yes.
So what I mean by this is operating like vehicles.
Yeah, right.
So if you are Catholic and you go to Catholic Mass on Sunday, so Catholics, so I grew up Catholic, you drink wine.
And it's like a little bit.
I really can't stress enough how minuscule the amount of
it's like 50
wine.
cc or less.
It's like literally wetting your tongue. With wine. So you'll do this every Sunday. You go to Mass, which is basically just going to church, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of Mass, you'll have like a little bread wafer, and you'll have like a little tongue dab of wine. Don't be that person that goes to Catholic Mass.
A tongue dab.
Just on the goblet.
Gross, man. Don't do that in front of me ever again, okay?
But yeah, so according to Japanese law, you would not be able to drive at that point.
Yeah.
Because you have consumed alcohol.
Yeah.
And if you were to take a breathalyzer test, there would be an amount of alcohol that would come up.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas in America, it's like there's technically a law where it's like 0.8%.
Yeah.
If you take like a breathalyzer test. But there's kind of like an unwritten rule where it's just like, I mean, it just go with your feeling.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, to be honest, so like I when I go back to the States and I go and I get a beer with my parents, right?
Yeah.
So they'll have like a beer, or even two, and they'll have no problem driving home that day. I remember when Natsuki first saw that, she was like horrified.
Yeah.
That, like they would go do it, but like for most American people, it doesn't really affect them that much having two beers.
No.
So they're fine to drive home.
Yeah.
You know, but in Japan, it's super strict.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of funny because, in fact, they've just announced that they're going to get more strict on bicycles. But bicycles follow the same law as cars do. So you're not allowed to operate bicycles after drinking.
Wow.
But it just reminds me back like my days as a high school student, because not my host family, but we had American neighbors to my host family, and the guy's hilarious, man. You're gonna meet him when you go to my wedding ceremony.
Oh, cool.
The guy's name is Evan. He's a really fun guy. But he would show up. So our school would get out at like 3:30 or 4. And my school, the first year I came here, my school was in Osaka. And so it took about an hour to get to my host family's house. And so we would kind of arrive by like, 6 or 7, because we would hang out with people after school and everything. And so we'd get out, and it was probably about a 5-minute walk from the bus stop to my host family's house. But to make sure that we didn't get lost because we didn't know the area very well, Evan would come out and meet us. But this guy, and he's an American. He's from California. He really liked to drink.
Okay.
So he would come out on this bicycle, like wobbling around on his bicycle, just completely drunk, like riding us home. And I didn't know about it at the time, but yeah, apparently that's like really illegal.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's funny because like on the other side of that, right? So like in the United States, it is illegal to drink alcohol or consume alcohol outside of like a bar or an establishment. But
you'll get arrested for being drunk in public.
Yeah, well, not even that, but you will get talked to by the police if you're caught from just like drinking from a beer can or something like that. That's why people put the brown paper bags around, right?
Yeah.
But like in Japan, it's totally fine. I mean, so it's not necessarily like people are like it, and it's not necessarily encouraged. But I've seen oyaji drinking beer on the train.
I would almost say there's almost like a certain culture centered around it because you'll get like designated public drinking meetups where
really?
Shibuya is a really good example. So if you go to Shibuya, like Hachiko is like
drinking meetups in Hachiko.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, people. I mean, there's so many crazy people like right in front of the station.
I know there's lots of crazy people, but like for me, when I think about public drinking to meet people, I always think about the famima in front of Sentagai.
That one's another example. And then the third example is there's a Don Quixote in Shibuya.
That's a big one,
and that's like the Halloween meetup spot. Yeah. But I mean, you go there on a Saturday night, and it's usually pretty packed with people. And it's not just foreigners; it's Japanese people too who
want to talk with foreigners.
Yeah. It's kind of like known to be like an international spot.
Yeah.
But there's kind of this drinking culture that's been formed of drinking from konbinis.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, let's go get a couple konbini beers and like sit outside and talk.
Because American people are too cheap to drink at izakaya. So.
Why you gotta shame us like that?
I'm not shaming. I'm talking about the truth. That's all.
I mean, it is true. It is true.
So like that's something that's interesting. So in American culture, there's a big concept of pre-gaming.
Yes.
So before the game, before the actual thing. So a lot of times what people do is before they go to a club or before they go to like the main event, they will drink a lot so that they already get drunk a little bit. They get tipsy.
Yeah, and the reason is because like the drinks are insanely expensive.
Yeah, they're super expensive. They'll save money that way, right? Yeah. But yeah, so that pre-gaming culture has moved to Japan too. That's like the famima.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it absolutely has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've met some very interesting people.
Oh, it's so much fun, man. I've kind of grown out of the Halloween Shibuya phase.
Yeah. Did you not go this year?
I didn't go this year.
Okay.
This has been the first year I didn't go, and I feel guilty about it.
Dude, don't feel guilty about it. You're just becoming a responsible adult.
I'm becoming an old man.
You're becoming a responsible adult.
I don't want to be an adult. I like being a kid. But I forget what we were talking about.
We were just talking about drinking outside and how it's legal.
It's really interesting how that's like appeared, and I don't know if it existed when I came here in high school, because obviously I was drinking with my classmates. But we weren't going to Namba or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But it feels like it's just appeared in the past like 5 or 6 years. This like konbini culture of like drinking outside.
Maybe it has, but so like I have a friend who's super into clubs, and he always like super heavy on partying all the time.
Yeah.
And whenever I hang out with him, we always end up at famima in front in Sentagai, and we talk to like crazy people.
Yeah, man, I have so many weird memories in front of that Family Mart.
Yeah,
like just weird people coming up and talking to me.
Yeah.
So
if you're in your 20s and you're Japanese and you want to talk with foreigners,
go to that Family Mart.
That is a good place to go.
100%. That place is a weird place though, man.
Dude, at that time of night, it is.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a nightclub here?
I haven't.
It is an experience.
Wait, where did you go?
So we went to Shibuya, and
did you go to Womb? Is it Womb?
Womb?
Yeah, there's like a nightclub in Shibuya called Womb. That's like a popular one.
Sounds like a weird one.
It is a weird one, but anyways.
I couldn't tell you what the name of it is. I haven't been there in probably 2 years. Because I just feel old going into nightclubs here.
Yeah, right. I mean, I get it.
But nightclub culture here. I mean, I feel like we should talk about this because it's kind of on the same topic as alcohol. Is nightclub culture is very, very different from I would imagine like anywhere else.
Yeah. See, I haven't been to nightclubs in other countries, so I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
What it's like.
So I have been clubbing a lot.
Yeah.
I used to be really into going to nightclubs when I was in my early 20s, and so my experience with clubbing is mostly like in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, and it was clubbing in Hollywood was really fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Really
for sure.
fun. Like if you guys ever go to Hollywood, go to some nightclubs there. Specifically Sunset Boulevard.
Okay, Sunset Boulevard.
Which is it's kind of like near what's that pier called? Not Monterey. Starts with the M.
I have no idea, dude.
Okay,
I'm from the East Coast.
Go to Los Angeles, go to Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. You'll find it. It's a really fun place to go to at night. Anyways, so when you go to a club in LA, I mean, people are partying outside of the club, right? And the music's really loud, and you go in, and everyone's like, like all dancing and everything, right? And so that was my experience. It's like it's you have no personal space. You're dancing with everybody. You can go up and dance with random people, and that was all fun.
Yeah.
And when I first moved here, there were my ex-girlfriend's friends were really into salsa dancing, and so I got taken salsa dancing, and we went out to Roppongi, and we went to the salsa club, and it was kind of like a similar atmosphere.
Okay.
And I think because the reason is because most of the people there were foreigners or Japanese people who had experience living abroad, and so they kind of were influenced by that culture. So I was like, all right, clubs are kind of like the same as America.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years ago, I ended up going on like this adventure with some friends, and
adventure.
This person I met up for a date one time, and she wanted to go to this club, so we went to this club, and I noticed that like no one dances here. Yeah. Everyone's kind of like hanging out.
Yeah.
So you go in here, and it's not that it was a bad experience. It was still fun, but there's like everyone has their like barriers, and it felt very much like an izakaya.
Okay.
Where it's like you go with your group, and then you stay with your group.
You know what I mean? That's an interesting thing to talk about. I think that would be a good topic to talk about next time, because I don't have too much experience, but I could talk a little bit about nightclubs in Japan.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good topic to talk about next time.
Okay. You're trying to cut me off. I understand.
I'm trying to cut you off. We've already been here for like 32 minutes. We're changing topics. And we're done with this right now.
We are done. So. We are done. Finish your drink. Cheers.